All right, thank you very much, Paul. Time now to talk about some hot topics that have moms buzzing in Metro Detroit today. Joining us, Lisa LaGrue. She's the founder of OaklandCountyMoms.com. You definitely need to check out her blog. She always has fun stuff to do, especially this time of year. She's a mom of two. Mona Shand is also here. She is a mother of three, a freelance journalist, and we also have our good friend Chastity Wood. She is a mom of one and the vice president of program services at Taylor Special Care Services Incorporated. All right, I love when I send these topics out to you ladies ahead of time because I know I'm going to get great feedback. And this first one, I couldn't believe it's happening. I'm not sure if you've heard about it. We've all heard about those GoFundMe sites.
Yes.
Well, apparently parents are actually turning to these crowdfunding sites for their children's birthday parties.
Wow.
GoFundMe campaigns related to birthdays have apparently raised nearly $1 million since 2010. Now you're all shaking your head.
Stop the madness.
I always try to address, okay, there's two sides to everything.
Right.
There is this push that for some reason we all think that we need to give these crazy birthday parties to our kids. It seems, compared to back in the 70s when people were like, here's pizza in my basement.
Right.
So is it that we as a society feel like we have to do crazy birthday parties, or why are people, let's start with you, Chastity.
You know what, I think birthday parties have become so extreme and so extravagant in some sense. I think that it creates a false sense of reality sometimes for kids, and it makes it very difficult for some parents to maintain that facade. There are certainly people that are very generous, when it comes to funding.
Would you
birthday parties.
Set up a GoFundMe?
I probably would not.
Would you donate to a GoFundMe?
I probably would.
You would? Now, why would you? Because if it was a friend and you
If it
knew
was a friend and they were in need, or someone who just presented that type of need, I probably would.
Are they actually in need, or are they in want, I think is the question. I mean, GoFundMe, it's great for, you want to help an Iraq war veteran get a wheelchair ramp for his house. Help start a technology, bring something new to market. It's not to bring a bounce house to little Timmy's third birthday party. I'm sorry.
So even if it was a close friend, you wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't. I think you're absolutely setting kids up to live beyond their means.
There's so many things wrong with this on so many levels. I mean, this is a birthday party. I mean, GoFundMe, from what I can see, is something for that unexpected tragedy that comes up in someone's life, and this is almost a ridicule of that situation.
So you would never do it,
never
donate to it?
And I don't think we have to give in to the birthday party thing. I mean, we have three kids. We don't do big extravagant birthday parties. I tell my kids, if you want to do something fun, you can have a couple of friends. My son's 7th birthday, we took 3 friends to see a movie that was opening that week. That was it.
And don't they have a great time?
They had a great time.
Exactly.
They didn't bring presents. They brought donations for the Humane Society. It was great. We celebrated. It was wonderful. I mean, you don't have to have a petting zoo at your house.
And the thing is, if you start at 3, 4, 5, then you're doomed.
Right. You have to maintain that.
Yeah,
you really do.
Okay, next hot topic. We all have those mom friends that post how much they're doing with their kids on Facebook, from the daily routine to the big events. Some see it as bragging. Others say, hey, it's just sharing. And I know we have a lot of these people who are like, oh, I've baked cookies, and then we went on a run, and then we did yoga with the kids, and then we did potty training, and now we're making homemade crayons. And
it's only noon.
And
what are we going to do the rest of the day?
I'm always like, I'm sitting in my pajamas eating cereal out of the box. Like, I feel horrible when I see these postings, but is that my own issue, or is that it's okay to say all those things that you've gotten done with your kids, Mona?
I think that mom bragging has existed in some form throughout history, as long as there have been moms. It was probably happening in prehistoric times by the cave. But Facebook has certainly made it more accessible, and it's given it a new platform. The thing I like about Facebook is that if I don't want to read it, I can turn it off, or I can skip through it. Whereas if it's the mom next to me in the preschool drop-off lane, it's a little harder to turn it off, to ignore. So I think we have to kind of rise above it. You can either enjoy it and say, oh, maybe that's something I could try with my kids, or you can be bitter about it. But the choice is yours.
Do you ever feel bad?
I do feel bad, and I sometimes feel like I'm probably one of those moms who overshares.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But I also...
See, I don't think you do. I mean, because I follow you. You're always very humorous in your posts.
I try to share the good, bad, and the ugly. And I think it's social. It's social media. So I try to take a lighthearted approach to it. But sure, I sometimes feel like I want to be on vacation all the time, which it appears some people are.
Lisa, what do you think? Because you're in that blogging community, and so that's kind of your job in a sense to report on what you're doing.
And well, I kind of limit what I do because of that. I don't like to put too much out there and have it get all clouded and have people look at me like, God, I'm so sick and tired of reading your stuff. But I think the funniest part is if they're so busy, how do they have the time to sit back and go to Facebook? So you got to look at it from that perspective, that everybody's in the same busy world that we live in, and what other people say doesn't bother me at all. I love reading about good news, so share it. That's great and that's fine. But when you have the time to sit down and write your day-to-day activities, I begin to wonder.
Is there ever too much?
I think sometimes there's too much, and I think bloggers should be mindful of the frequency in which they're posting, so as to not lose readers and focus on relevant and important topics to share. And I think it's also important for bloggers to be mindful of the length of their posts.
Oh, that's true.
Again, to not lose readers and keep us engaged.
Okay, at the top of the show, I played a little clip, and I want to play it for you all. If you haven't seen it, the hit song Uptown Funk, well, now it is turned into a parody of moms called Suburban Funk. Take a look.
This burg where we live, it's safe and a little boring. Got good schools for them young kids, them good kids, straight masterpieces. Gardening, grilling, living it up outside the city. Got sneaks on my yoga pants, gotta kiss my kids, they're so pretty. Girl Scouts selling cookies, boys getting all sticky. Moms on the committee, Suburban Funk gonna get to ya. Suburban Funk gonna get to ya. Suburban Funk gonna get to ya. Saturday night, not folding laundry, don't believe it, just watch.
I love that line. Saturday night, do the laundry, don't believe it, just watch. Okay, I'm laughing. I love this. You guys don't seem to have the same reaction. You don't like it?
No, it's just restating the obvious. I mean, I don't think my life's all that funny, actually.
Okay, so I felt like she took it as she's acknowledging what a lot of moms do, putting it to a kind of a fun thing and something I guess we all can relate to. But some people might take it as a negative. I mean, is she making fun? Or
I don't think she's really making fun. I mean, it's creative. I'll give her that. I just didn't find it humorous.
You didn't find it humorous?
No,
okay.
I mean, I think for one thing, I'm kind of over these parodies, these video parodies. And then it just comes off to me as like it just makes suburban life sound a little bit pathetic. And I know there's got to be more to it than going to Target and Costco and Starbucks.
Right.
And that's kind of, if that's all that we ever show, and I know it's supposed to be just for fun, I just don't.
You didn't like it?
It didn't do it for me.
I thought it was cute, and I thought it was a fun depiction of their experience as suburban moms. Certainly it's not representative of all moms' experiences, but I think what they were trying to communicate is balance, that they have a great way of juggling everything that they do.
Always like it when you guys are on. Chastity, Mona, and Lisa, we appreciate it.
Thank you,
Have a good week.
You too.
Thanks, you too.
We'll send over to you guys.